What's up, good people? It's your boy Laws OSS 980, other side of sports. We here. It's me, it's Aaron. We rocking out. A lot of stuff to talk about. First things first, though. Listen, y'all seen the video, me running the 40. I know. But I just gotta tell y'all off break though. It's a couple little things. I'm gonna have to run the joint again. Cause the situation is a little fluky. I mean, y'all couldn't see it from the camera situation. Like the jumps outside. It basically say on your mark, get set, go. That's basically how the joint go. If you don't move, the clock just start on you off break, right? So I was trying to basically get in the posture to start running. You don't really have no time for that. You don't have time to kind of get down and get ready because the jump, as soon as you step into the little thing, it starts it starts to go. So it's not like it goes when you you actually go, or there's a whistle or something that trying to trigger you. It's just on your mark, get set, go. And if you don't move, which I didn't, but at the same token, I just let me just run the joint. So this is the thing. After I ran the joint, Aaron, I was like, I can't, because my shout out Jeremy John, he was there. He rocked with us heavy. Sports reality. We rock with them. He was recording the joint. So he was like, you should run it again. I was like, bro, I can't run it again right now, dog, because I used up so much energy on the first go that my body told my brain, if you try to run this joint hard like this again, bro, you're going to have to go to the hospital. So just take the L. So I just took the L, people. I'm trying to tell you, Aaron, real talk. I ran it the way I felt in comparison. It's probably closer to a 5-second joint than 5.78, dog. My grandmother can run a 5.78, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, Aaron. Come on, bro. It's me. It's me. And you can see on the video too, I was moving. I wasn't it wasn't no you know how you watch Bama's on video, you be like, dog, that Bama's slow. You know what I'm saying? I was moving, dog. I was moving way fast. I think what did Rich Eisen run? What was his time?
6 something.
Yeah, dog. Ain't no way I'm slow as them Bama's, dog. Ain't no way. But it is what it is, young. It is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed the entertainment from the video. I had fun shooting it. But yeah, that jump. I back to the drawing board, Aaron. I'm gonna go to an official joint. And you know what else I should have did? I should have had somebody with the unofficial time to be able to kind of substantiate what I'm saying right now. Because right now it just look like I'm full of excuses, dog. That's what it looked like. But I'm keeping it 100. I couldn't. Let me just say this, just for the people who don't know me. Aaron know me pretty well. I could have just not put the joint up. If real talk, I could have just not put the joint up. Matter of fact, I almost didn't do it when Aaron was like he wasn't available. I was just gonna wait till today to do the joint. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you just put it up for the people, it just tells you what kind of a man of integrity I am, Aaron. Try to get me, dog. Try to get me. That aside, let's get on to some sports. Devin Haney get beat up, dog, by Garcia, dog. Were you surprised by this?
I'm not heavy in the boxing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw Ryan Garcia's last fight, but I never saw a
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney fight. But the way everybody was talking is like it was a no contest. Devin Haney was going to knock the Bama out.
Mm-hmm.
But he was kind of genius. The Bama was pretending to be drunk, pretending to be high, acting out of control, but he was staging the whole time. Bama put, I don't know if this is true or not, but $2 million on himself and won like $12 million. Bama said he was drinking apple cider with sparkling water, acting like he was drinking beer and acting out of control. And the
Hey,
odds was going all the way in the other Bama favor. Then he put that Bama on
hey,
his 4 times.
hey.
Pause.
You talk about like mind games.
That's elite level mastery, dog.
That's elite level mastery mind games, dog. To where you almost have your opponent focused on everything other than preparing for a killer. And this Batman beat the brakes off Devin Haney. I just, for me, I'm not a super heavy boxing fan like that, but the big boxing matches I kind of follow. Dog, I was surprised by this. I mean, word around town was Devin Haney was supposed to handle this dude, and it didn't go the way he think it was going to
So
go.
I like heavyweights. It's hard for me to watch boxing when I feel like I can knock the Bammers out.
The
It's like
Ike Mike
watching the
Bams, you don't like the
WNBA to
Ike
me.
Mikes?
It's like watching WNBA. If I feel like I could beat these Bammers, then I don't really want to watch.
That's the next challenge right there, Aaron. I'm gonna play a WNBA youngin in basketball to 11. See who get that W.
You can put
Who
bread up
want
on
to
there
take
too.
who want to take that challenge? WNBA youngin. They not scoring. That's the challenge. If they score me one time, get one bucket, they win.
So you don't think Deladon could get one bucket on
One bucket?
you? One
Nah,
bucket.
no, nah, no,
She's
nope.
6'6" though. She gonna make
Dog,
you look like an Ike bite.
she not getting a bucket, dog. She not. Listen, I'm gonna tell. No, I'm gonna put this joint in her back. As soon as she try to post up, I'll put this forearm in her back and show the grown man strength. She ain't gonna be able to move. Then she gonna try to do a turnaround jump and slap the ball out of her hand. Then once I get it on O, it's a wrap, dog. No stop. Ain't no,
They gonna
you know
say
how
you're
you
a misogynist now, dog.
how how
He said she tried to do a turnaround, smack the ball out.
dog.
No respect.
Once I get the rock on O, it's over. Everybody who know I hoop, it's over. This ain't running the 40. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I shoot jumpers in my sleep, dog. I didn't play basketball for 3 years. I went out and played with the young Bammers, cooking. I ain't even hoop in 3 years. Went out to jump, cash money, cash. Dog, even when I went out with you, Aaron, I didn't ball like maybe like because when I hooped with you, that was the first time since my Achilles I like even played. Dog, and I was fine, dog. My wind was a little low, but hooping, come on, man. Set it up. We can set it up, dog. Find a WNBA young. I know y'all gonna tell me, dog. If you got somebody who wants to see me on the court, set it up. Only got one question. Can I dunk? Can I dunk on them? Can I dunk on them? Just let me know what I can do. Cause if I gotta hold back, just let me know. I gotta shoot all jumpers, everything outside the paint. Let me know how I gotta play the game. Okay? Set it up. We can record it and everything. Y'all got somebody? Set it up. That's all I got to say. Set it up. On to some basketball. NBA playoffs. Which game surprised you the most, Aaron?
I don't
Out of the
know
games,
that anything
which one
surprised
shocked
me,
you the most?
but the craziest thing is Philadelphia giving up. What was it? An 8-point lead in 28 seconds or something, or 8 points in 28 seconds? That's crazy.
Yeah, the game 2, they jaboshed it, dog. I don't know if they just I don't know, dog. I mean,
Embiid is a
Embiid, I've
goof.
heard criticism
He's a
against
goof.
Embiid, like
He's a
just
goof.
him trying to. Oh, you're a dominant player. Why are you trying to
You
do like?
can be
I
dominant,
just
but in the moments where he should be dominant, he wants to be a two guard.
yeah, dog. I mean, he did some stuff in the game like the Batman did not cook. He cooked,
When it
but I
mattered,
just
when the
think
game, you can't lose. If LeBron lose that game in that situation, y'all have been pissing on that man's head for
yeah,
24 hours straight. You can't be an elite top level guy and have that happen to you in that situation. You can't have it happen.
yeah. Game one,
28 seconds.
I felt like the Knicks kind of slipped through in game one, and I was like they snuck through game one, but game two I thought Philadelphia controlled the game. Most of the game, they had control over the joint.
And then when it
And
mattered,
then in the final
failed.
minutes, it just, I don't know, they just fell apart. First of all, they letting Josh Hart cook them, dog. I mean, respect to Josh Hart, but dog, they making this Bama look like he Luca out here, dog. He can pull up trays. He 15 rebounds, dog, in the last game. That's crazy.
For
How
a
you
guard.
letting this guard get 15 rebounds against you? So, I mean, Philly, and B, you could tell he got the waterworks inside his knees. Jones is like not right, but come on, bro. And he had a game, 34 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, a block. I mean, Tyrese Maxey played as well as you could want him to play, 35, 10, and 9. Like, I mean, Tobias Harris stealing money, though, if you ask me.
He been selling money.
Uh Kyle Lowry, you know what to expect from him. He's streaky. So, I mean, Kelly Oubre really didn't add or contribute much. I mean, he had 3 blocks, but points wise, 4 points, you gotta get double digits. Yeah. So I don't know. Philadelphia might be done, dog.
Sweepy
They
sweep.
might be done. I don't know if they'll get swept. I think they'll get a game, but if Embiid can't play through the next game, I feel like he put everything he had into this one. I don't know. Like, they might be out of here, bro. They might be out of here.
What's the
Um,
narrative then? He got to go team up with somebody. He can't be the best guy and get it done. It's just not gonna happen.
yeah, I think it's a lot on his shoulders anyway, dog. Given a roster and how it looks, so I don't know.
Maxie's a cooker.
Cleveland, Maxie is a cooker, but Maxie, I feel like does not he. I don't know what it is about Maxie that I just can't get behind. Like, to me, he's like I don't know, dog. I feel like maybe it's his demeanor. He has a very like unflappable demeanor where, like, whether it goes bad or good, it's almost like he don't care, but he still scores and he plays effective. But I just don't like. I felt like Damian Lillard in the Milwaukee game, like how he came out in the first half, like this man was in full killer mode. Like, it's almost like somebody told him, like, dog, you some trash, bro. They saying you some trash. They saying y'all about to get washed with no, Giannis. Like, y'all Bama's done. And it's like he took it personal and he came out the jump and was on 450 bank off break city the entire game. Like, it felt like, I mean, they took him out in the second half, but like you could just tell it was like, oh, I'm about business. What's like what they say? Cash. Tyrese Maxey don't be giving me those vibes, dog. He just be giving me the vibes like I'm just here to play. And I'm
Read
gonna
the
play
stat line
well.
for me again from last night. What was the stat line?
35, 9, and 6.
I don't care what's on his face. That Bama could be dressed up like Miss Doubtfire. I don't care what's on his face. The Bama's a cooker, dog.
35, 10, and 9. Shit. I was at a triple double. I was at a triple double, dog. Yeah, 5 for 11 from 3. Yeah, he cooked, dog. He cooked. He a cooker. He a cooker, but apparently it's not enough versus New York. Maybe he need to take the ball out of Embiid's hands. And they need to stop giving Embiid the ball
Stop.
in the crunch time and just let Tyrese Maxey make the decisions.
That's the key. Like, he kept giving him the ball on the wing. Tell him, no, you're not getting the ball till you get in the post. Get on the block, then I'll give it
Yeah,
to you.
he
Stop
yeah, he
standing
gotta
around
get
the
a little bit.
3-point
Yeah,
line.
he gotta get a little bit of Rondo in him and like just be like, nah, this is my team.
It's
Like
3 minutes to go when you standing around the 3-point line. Get your ass under the basket. We'll wait.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and Embiid made some tough shots, dog. The Bama be hitting these wild turnaround jumpers like inside the key, and and he made pretty good decisions overall. But like when the Bama score and then fall down and be down on the ground, and the other team running back up the court, it just don't it don't help you, bro. It just
No,
don't
he
help.
got this the thing. Like, physics is fit. We always talk about how biology is undefeated, father time's undefeated. Physics
Mhm.
is also undefeated. Like, at that size, your body cannot handle the running, jumping, flipping, and flailing that a two guard style of play puts on your body. Those loads are two different things.
Mhm.
And like when you go look at most of the bigs, they very rarely like leaving the floor that much unless they go in a dunk, like block shots. But all of this like pirouetting and all this stuff, this move, the guard movements, it is not conducive to a Bama that's 300 pounds, 7 feet tall, though, and already got weak meniscus. Get up the floor, get on the block. Bama make an entry pass, pump fake, do what you got to do, turn around, hook shot, layup, and go up the court. All of
Or
this,
get it,
like
or go to the
wanting to be,
line.
it's ridiculous, dog. He's doing it to himself,
Yeah.
and it's
You
unnecessary.
you right. I think if he just made it, had the mentality like I'm gonna just go down here on this block, do all the stuff I still do, right, and just do it from the block and mix in a little bit of the outside shooting because you
No,
need that
none,
sometimes.
none.
Nah. The Bama can shoot it effective though, Aaron. You can't
He,
take it
but
completely away. The
this is what I'm
Bama
saying.
shoots
Who can stop him in the post? Let's start there.
on the Knicks.
In the league,
I don't think there's
exactly.
anybody good
Like
stop.
because of who you are, Shaq didn't do that. Because it's one thing to be able to do it. Oh, great! You're 7'2" and you can shoot the basketball from outside the paint. You can dribble around and throw up these shots, and sometimes they go in. You didn't
Mhm,
see that from Shaq because he knew nobody could stop him, and it was more centers then than it is now. It's
mhm,
nobody in the league that can defend this Bama if he decide, you know what, I need to get 50 tonight from the post and 20 rebounds. His rebounding would go up.
mhm.
His efficiency would go up.
Yeah,
And I
it
get
would.
he can do these things, but sometimes you don't need to do everything you can do.
Yeah, I think he just needs to move to a 70-20 model. 70% everything right around the cup, 20% outside. I think that would bode well more success for him, especially like defensively. Like you can get to the line, you can get these guys in foul trouble. They
Yes.
can't stop you,
They
dog.
cannot
It
stop
all
him if
and you
he
slow the
decides.
game down. You change the momentum. Like it just changes everything. They'll be having to like double team you, which is going to most definitely leave guys open more often.
Right. And then you
So
get more contributions from the guys who's giving you nothing.
mhm,
Versus he want to do everything. He out on the wing. Where's Oubre supposed to go?
yeah.
Where's the J. Cole looking Bama? What's his name again? That you said stealing money?
Oh, Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris. Like it's how do they even find spots when your center wants to do everything and be everything on the court? Dog, go
Yeah.
to the post. Let them double down, kick it out. You know Kelly Oubre want to shoot threes anyway. Like just help yourself and help your teammates. But he doesn't, and the leadership is just lacking on that team.
Yeah.
There's nobody. They need a Chauncey Billups or somebody to be like, no, get your big ass under the basket though.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
nobody. It seems like the coach can't say that to him. None of the players on the team say that to him. I think that's the missing piece in Philly. Somebody that maybe a Jimmy Butler. Somebody be like, no, dog, no.
Mhm. Yeah, you right. You right. You right. Lakers down 0-2 to Denver. Is it a wrap city for the Lake show?
That's a debilitating loss, though.
It is. A game winning joint
You up
from the
damn near
corner.
20 both games and then lose. It's just it's a hard road to track. If you're gonna beat this team, one of those games where you're up 20, you like to win. Preferably
Yes.
both. But you get
Yes.
one of those wins, and that's how you end up winning the series.
Yeah.
I think they lost their chance to win the series in those first two games. They might get a game, they might get two, but
Uh,
the chance to win the series was lost in those two 20-point
yeah.
leads that they just
You think about how much LeBron exerts energy wise to like even score 30, like him scoring
yes,
30 now versus
it's hard.
5 years ago. It was a little different because the energy levels is different, like the wear and tear on your body's different. You more vitality in your legs. Now it's like you got to be like super conscious, like everything is intentional to get 30 plus points. And you like actively, even for AD and his body made of glass, like to exert that much, and especially what they did in that last game. And they both, I think, had 30 in the last game to then lose. I just think that takes a lot of wind out of your sails. And so
And to have
I think
D'Lo
that
play as well as he played and still lose, he's never gonna come out shooting Well, he started out like what the first six threes he shot. Damn near he
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Like
7 for 11 from three.
he's not going to duplicate that in the rest of the series.
No.
And then when
No.
you look at championship runs, you look at the guys like Roy Hachimura, Torian Prince, and what's the white boy name? Austin Reeves. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you're on those runs, those guys just in timely moments they make shots. These guys haven't been making the shots in those times. Rui had a big three late in the game that I feel like would have had a win for him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, Austin Reeves had some shots that he took that if you make those, you probably win. And then Torian Prince had a weird like contested three that he took at one point late in the game where I'm like, how are these guys even having the authority to take some of these shots in these
Yeah.
situations where it's like you can just tell. And then, I hate to do this, dog, but
Go ahead.
Darvin Ham, dog, that ain't it. His timeout management, like you got Bama going on
Well,
run.
Darvin Ham is in his defense. His hands are tied, dog. LeBron James is running his team, dog.
But to call a timeout as the head coach, you can call a timeout when you up 20 and you watch a whole 20-point lead go down to zero without using a timeout. You can do that as the head coach.
You can't do that. You supposed to do that.
Right. Just don't have a head coach if that's going to be the case.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think too, another thing that's probably problematic in this, dog, their rotation is so thin that I think in games like this, you need a little bit of more flex on your rotation. You got Anthony Davis playing 39 minutes, LeBron 38. Like, that's a lot of minutes. D'Angelo Russell 38. Like, it's like you don't trust him. Why did you get Gabe Vincent from Miami to only have him play 15 minutes? Like, I just think you kind of got to like figure out how to get this dude at least 25 minutes or so in the roster, dog. He's good. Gabe Vincent to me can be a contributing factor, but like only at 15 minutes, Bama only took 2 shots. Like it's hard for them to get a rhythm going, dog. So I feel like the Lakers haven't really worked out like some of their complementary pieces, and it's just too much strain on the main guys, dog, and LeBron and AD. And maybe you throw D'Angelo Russell in there, but again, like you said, he gave you 7 tray balls, and y'all still end up losing. And on the other side, you had Jokic, who just had, I mean, he had 20 rebounds, so that
27,
matters.
20, and like 10.
Yeah, 10. Yeah. So, he got him a triple double. But like, yeah, like I just I think the Lakers will get 1 or 2 games, but to your point, I don't know if it's sustainable for the long haul. But
Without an injury, it's not happening.
yeah, I agree. Other games, what about this Indiana Milwaukee? Milwaukee gets game 1. Will Indiana come back in this game and get a W? I think Milwaukee will win this series. I'm pretty
Even without
confident.
your boy.
Even without Giannis. I mean, Indiana's just unproven to me. And ever since the what is the mid-season tournament, the mid-season tournament where Indiana played the Lakers, and that Bama, what's his name, was shooting all them threes in the game. And I'm like, no, they have no discipline. Like they're undisciplined. So I'm like, I can't rock with them. Orlando and Cleveland. Cleveland's up.
Getting smacked.
Yeah, Orlando it's the inexperience. I mean, I think they'll be better next year in the same situation, but yeah, they done. Boston and Miami, I think Miami without Jimmy Butler, they don't stand a chance though. Boston just got too much firepower. I think that's a sweep 4-0. Minnesota and Phoenix. This is one that got a little intrigue behind it. We're seeing Anthony Edwards come out and step out as the guy. Will they be able to sustain it against Phoenix? KD, Devin Booker. Dog, what's up with the light skin crew, dog? These Batmans can't get the
null and void.
Oh my goodness,
I
dog.
think this is
Devin
going to be
Booker
the only.
all year, 30 points on automatic. This game, 18. Come on, bro.
I think this is the one series where it got a chance to go either way.
Mhm.
I know you still think your boy the Mavericks is in it, but I told you that joint is over with. Kawhi ain't
Okay.
even playing. They thumped them Bama's.
They
But
thumped them.
um,
I think I think you'll get a different Dallas tonight, though. I think you'll see a different Dallas tonight.
we may.
They should well in the Dallas joint, we skipping ahead. We'll come back to Minnesota. In the Dallas joint, I felt like Gafford early foul trouble. Like dog, Gafford, I'm Wizards alumni. Gafford he's an important piece for them, dog, to have success. You need rim protector. You need somebody who go in the jump and do the dirty work and don't need to be fed the rock. He's perfect for them. In his absence, because I think he even contributes from an energy standpoint that Derek Lively does not give you, that they were missing, dog. And I felt like Dallas also came into the joint because everybody was sizing them like, oh yeah, Luka, and they smacked the Clippers before, blah blah. I feel like Tyronn Lue told them, I was like, hey young, they gonna come in here thinking it's sweet. Show these Bama's it ain't sweet, right? And then everybody was cooking. James Harden came out the joint cooking, like it was just it's like
Why was
what?
Gafford missing though? He didn't just disappear. Why was he missing?
What do you
Zubac
mean?
was
Why
eating his lunch
he was? He
early.
was.
They was
He
going to
was.
that Bama like he was Shaq, and he was bodying Gafford low frame. So that's why he was in quick foul trouble. It's not like he's not gonna get abducted by aliens before the game. He's still gonna be playing. So I don't see how it's gonna be much different. Otherwise, he gonna eat his lunch again.
We gonna see. They play tonight, so that's on time. If it get to 1-1, it's anybody's show.
Is Kawhi playing tonight?
He playing tonight, I think.
It's a wrap.
So
Sweet,
we'll see.
sweet.
Minnesota and Phoenix. You say it could go either way. I think Phoenix will come back and get this one. We saw tremendous Anthony Edwards. I feel like Devin Booker will step up in this game.
He has to.
After the criticism, like the last game, I think he shot terrible from the field, though. He shot terrible from the field. Maybe he was like 5 for 16 or something like that, though. And that's not gonna cut it. So I think it also takes like in the playoff basketball, all them little bumps and stuff, they not calling none of that, dog. You got the score. You got the score. Like, and sometimes you might get fouled and they might not call it, bro. So um, yeah, that's what's gonna be interesting. OKC and New Orleans. That was a pretty good game. I like the first. It went down to the wire. I saw what you call it, try hit a tray at the end. I just CJ McCullough, it just didn't fall. I don't know if they're gonna get what's his name back, but the next
Zion?
game, Zion.
No, he out a few
But
weeks.
oh yeah, so I mean they hung in there to the end. Uh, I think New Orleans, if they just what they need to do is they just need to, and it's inexperience. They got a lot of young players in the crucial
No
moments of
point
the
guard.
game. Yeah, dog. CJ McCollum dribbling side to side. He can't even He can't even break loose. Like he don't even got moves to get away from Bama's no more. Like he either gotta shoot over a contested shot or just like it be a wide open shot in transition. But like if he gotta create the joint, he can't even create it no more. So they in trouble without anybody to really like create shots. Like at least on OKC side, they got guys who can create one-on-one. And you need that. That can be your bread and butter. But when the game on the line, you need somebody who can just create one-on-one. So, I mean, yeah. I think OKC will end up taking that one. You and us, we split on Dallas and LA, the Clippers. Uh, we both say 50-50 for Minnesota and Phoenix. I think the Lakers might be done. I think you leaning that way too. Boston gonna sweep Miami. Cleveland probably gonna sweep Orlando.
Sweet.
Milwaukee, I think gonna take it probably 4-2 against Indiana.
Great.
And then I think Philly might be done just because New York getting still in that game, those two games up top. And I don't know how much Embiid health wise can be able to like sustain his level of play without changing their approach. So that's it. Aaron, We finally here, bro. We finally here. I
It's the
don't.
last show before the draft.
It still bothers me. So we had Bethesda Social. You want to come through, holler at the crew. We might not got a seat for you, but if you want to come, holler at us, say what's up, chill, kick it. We at Bethesda Social Sports and Social for the draft. We gonna be there. Um, and this is an important draft, dog. I'm hyped, Aaron. Jayden, you know what scares me? I got one fear, Aaron. One fear right now. One fear is plaguing the back of my mind. If the Chicago Bears turn in a ticket for Jayden, no, the press run that Jayden Daniels is on right now, you would think he's the number one pick in the draft.
I
Aaron,
think I think that's because ever since Caleb Williams, and we joked about this immediately when the news dropped. Ever since he said he wasn't taking on an agent, they've turned on him and kind of tried to paint him and his personality as something that's kind of anti-league or anti-establishment. And once that takes place, people gonna pile on. You know how the internet is, and so I think I don't know that Drake May kind of has the personality or the demeanor to kind of be like the next guy up. So I feel like a little bit of this is Jayden Daniels being almost like the antithesis to uh, Caleb and kind of being able to fall into like you know that spot as the guy that the spotlight's on in the media in a positive way.
dog, right now, when the Chicago Bears turn in a ticket, I just needed to have Caleb Williams on that ticket now, dog.
That's a done deal, though. It's a done deal. They when
Dog,
they had the team dinner, they had the team leaders go to the dinner instead of the front office. So you know how the GM and the head coach meet with the player. They had
mhm.
Caleb Williams go to dinner with the team leaders, team captains. That's a done deal. So that's a worry you could just take off of your plate.
Okay.
He's the guy in this draft. Other than his
Uh,
personality, everything he's done on the field says
dog,
generational
right,
talent. Take him.
right now, looking at Jayden Daniels and all the stuff he's been a part of, he's likable. He seems sensible and well grounded, and like just how he approaches the media stuff, he seems comfortable. He doesn't seem like a jerk. He seems like relatable, dog. And I've seen him in different settings. He's talked with different people. He like he seems polished. And dog, this is a dream come true to get the guy who's the best quarterback and the best quarterback. Like he might be the best in every category. Aaron, they can't mess this up, dog.
They
They
can't, but they
cannot
can.
mess this up. We signed Dave Garrardi, the
Who is that?
NFL league. He's an NFL league uh, executive. He worked with the NFL and like the
Oh,
officiating
that dude.
piece of it. Now he's a part of our organization. Hopefully,
Listen at you,
his
part of our organization. Listen at you. He
pre-
already hook, line, and sinker. He back, and the pick ain't even in yet.
hopefully he helps us with the calls and the situations and like maybe we can get away with some holdings and stuff like that because now he in game management to be able to do the clock management and stuff because it's the replay. That's all a part of the strategy of winning football games. We've never had it before. Ron Rivera and that staff, they didn't even know what a replay was. They just throwing the flag because somebody told them
They need
throw
it.
the flag. Like,
We
yeah,
need
they
it
just
here. Okay.
no, yeah, like they don't have any concept. Now we got a guy who can come in, he can observe the practices, he can help to shape how they do things. Like, hey, look, the league, they don't play that. You can't do that. But what you can do is this. He can give us the little tips and insights around how the league works, what they looking to do, how we can model our team and stuff, give input, help. He's well respected in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it'll be a good hire. Now, as long as he don't meddle in stuff that he don't need to meddle in, like picking our quarterback, I'm good. I'm good. Just bring all your expertise, all your cachet, all the people you know in the league, and just pour that into helping us win football games, dog. Pull your
Uh,
strings from behind the scenes. Do all that. Just stay off the personnel, unless that's your expertise. But to my knowledge, that hasn't been shared in his expertise. He's coming in and he's basically like the new Bruce Allen. But I hate to say
don't say
Bruce
that.
Allen
Yeah.
because that just brings bad memories and people, like he's not that. He's not that. He's the best in the league at his craft that they've added to our team. And so to me, I'm just like, that's all good, dog. You're getting the best of the best and finding ways to immerse them into our organization to produce winning football, then I'm all for it, dog. I'm all for it. As long as that's what happens as a result. But Thursday we hit, dog. Thursday we hit. Jayden Daniels. Who is Jayden Daniels, Aaron? Who is he?
RG3 without the cone chip.
Is he RG3 or is he Lamar Jackson?
I think he's more RG3 in the way he'll come into the season more advanced as a passer than Lamar did.
Mhm.
Much more advanced as a passer. He's probably the most accurate and the most adept at going through his reads out of all the quarterbacks in this draft.
Mhm.
I think Penix is in that conversation too, but
Mhm.
definitely at the top of the draft, I would lean Daniels over any of the other guys.
What are we getting? What are we getting with Jayden Daniels? What do we get? What is the Washington Commanders getting? What is the record going to be? What is the what are we getting with Jayden Daniels? Why is he the guy and nobody else?
I wouldn't say nobody else. I just the way that the draft rankings work, the guys you have to pick from at this point in the draft would be Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, and Drake May. They're trying to force JJ McCarthy into the conversation. I just don't think that is a real talking point at number two.
Mhm.
Um, and he's better than the other guys in most of the categories. He just flat out is. He won the Heisman for a reason. He played in the SEC against the best defenses in the country. It's just a no brainer. Like at this point in the draft, to be able to get a guy that's like a blue chipper, and in this city, we never really get those guys. It's very, very rare that we end up with those. Here I go with the we, but that in this city, we end up with those top guys. We're coming out. It's no underdog. It's no we got to develop him for 3 4 years. Where it's expectations out the gate. It's
What
just
about
very rare.
what about the narrative that Drake May long term will end up being the better quarterback than Jayden Daniels is? And if that's
Who?
the case, Drake May. This is a narrative that's circulating around that Jayden Daniels might have the like right now effect and factor, but over time Drake May will be the better prospect. What it
So I don't know.
I have an opinion about that, but I like to hear yours.
I don't know that that's a real narrative. I think you know, being a fan of the local teams and following the local media, we have people that are used to controlling the team and what the team does. And I
Mm,
think they're throwing a little bit of a tantrum because their typical methods that they use to get to the outcome that they want, they're not working with this new regime,
mm,
is what it seems. The same leaks that would normally come out from this team, they haven't gotten. And then when they try to manufacture some of those things, you see the team circle back and and, and
and address it.
address things and kind of put things into place where all of the tactics that they use to control what the team does, the passive aggressiveness, the made up stuff. We've proven how many times they just make stuff up just to kind of like control what the team does. They hired Jim Fossil, and because of the way the media threw a fit, they ended up having to unhire him. I've never seen that before in the league. So it's
Mm,
like they're just used to getting their way and knowing how
mm,
to navigate that. And then when you have the media, who's also a big faction related to the owner of one of the teams and just having that much control. They're just used to that. And then they're losing that power. So whenever you see people lose power, you're gonna get a little bit of a tantrum. That's not really a
Mm,
national. I haven't heard that national anywhere. People
mm.
say Drake May is a project because he has so many faults. He misses easy throws. His mechanics are bad. So of course he has more room to grow. But that
Mhm.
room he has to grow is never going to overlap what Jayden Daniels' ceiling is.
It'll never overlap Jayden
Jayden
Daniels. I
Daniels'
just want
floor is higher and his ceiling is higher. They're not even in the same conversation. So the little five people that try to try to
I'm
act like
glad
this is
I'm
a real
glad
narrative, it's not
I'm
real.
glad you said that, dog, because the thing is that what happens in this media, specifically in this market, is that these narratives get spewed on the radio so much that people start regurgitating them joints.
Facts. That's exactly
Like
how it works.
they just regurgitate them joints, and I'm like, I ask very simple questions. Even in some of the fans that comment on the videos, they be like, dog, Drake May's gonna be the better prospect over time. Like he's
What does he
better
do
than
better?
JJ.
What does he do
JJ,
better?
no, so this is the what I rebuttal. I say, explain to me how he's better. Like what measurement defines him being better? Is it his stats? Because
Hell
the
no.
stats don't say he's better. Is it the accolades? No accolade that he's received says that he's better or that he will
Is
be
it the
better over
competition?
time. Is it the competition that he faced? Because if you face stiffer competition and you be like, oh yeah, well he faced stiffer competition and he did this against the stiffer competition, so that translates to this. It's not that. So you know what it comes down to?
Yes.
Feeling.
I know exactly what it comes down to.
Feelings. And it's like it's not rooted in anything substantiated.
It has
Like
nothing to do
so
with football.
it has nothing to do with football.
Just
So when
preference.
we start talking about feelings and stuff that doesn't have nothing to do with football, then I realize I'm like y'all just well he's a smaller frame and he takes too many shots. I'm like dog.
You heard
If
that
you
on TV.
look if you look at the game tape, and this is why I always go back to the game film. If you look at the game film and you see who made more reckless throws while running with the football in unconventional throws, whether they worked out or not. I'm just talking about reckless. I'm talking about reckless. What I deem reckless is throwing a ball into traffic or being tackled and still trying to throw the football. To me, that's reckless. That's not protecting the football, right? If you look at the game tape, the shots that Jayden Daniels took in comparison to what Drake May took from the game field, Drake May was way more reckless than Jayden Daniels. If you're talking about reckless football, way more reckless than it. Then you look at the hits that Jayden Daniels took. Dog, when Alabama took a bad hit in the one game versus I think it was Alabama, and Alabama lost that game. What did he do the next game, Aaron? This Bama threw for 350 yards and 200 rushing. That's what he did after he got smacked. So come on, people. You gotta stop with these nerds. That's why we here. Right? We here to keep the people level-headed, to keep them out of to make sure that the narratives don't like infiltrate their mind and latch on to the. Trust me, people. I had to break away too. They would get me sometimes too. Aaron, they got me sometimes too. And you be like, bro, wait, that doesn't even make any sense. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is what they said. He was like, nah, but did you see this? I'm like, huh? I'm like, no, I didn't even think about that. You're right. And then sometimes he talk me off the list. So I'm right there in the boat with you too, people. Y'all ain't by yourselves, but you can't let them get a hold of you. With the funny business, Jayden Daniels is the best thing that happened to Washington since RG3. Even when they say RG3, they make it
That's
seem like
2012.
that 2012 season was electrifying.
That's the closest y'all ever been to even thinking about a real Super Bowl in this town. As much as they try to hate on the guy.
Bama's
If
a
he
hate
doesn't get
on
hurt,
RG3. First of all, RG3 had the coon chip. His brain was messed up, and like it just once he got hurt, it was no hope for
it
us,
was over.
dog. It was over. But like, dog, it's a different. He not RG3. He don't got RG3 brain. This Bama is different. He's different. So while we say RG3, we talking specifically 2012, the greatest season of our lifetime, dog. Tell me you don't remember that New Orleans Saints first game, dog. That jump etched
He
in
had that kind of a
time.
feeling in the first year. Rookie of the year potential.
Did he get the rookie of the year? I think
He
RG3
did. He beat
did.
Andrew Luck. So like all of this, like this pretending because they don't like the guy because they wanted to swallow Kirk Cousins. We got to basically erase all of 2012 and pretend like it never happened. It did, and you got a chance for it to happen again if they get some of the other pieces right. And I think this team, like, I think it's so hard to kind of evaluate the team because Ron Rivera was so terrible as a head coach. I think
So
this
terrible.
team is further ahead around him than that 2012 roster was. That
Oh,
2012
oh,
roster was horrible.
light years ahead.
Was
That
horrible.
2012,
He
matter of
single
fact, it was
handedly,
so bad. It was so bad that these Bama's changed no, they basically introduced a completely new offense. They said, Young, what does Bama do in college? He did read out, okay, we just gonna bring it to the pros. Nobody's really doing it, and we just gonna run this. And the jump worked geniusly.
and it changed the entire league for the
It
rest of
changed the
the
league.
football
Now
history.
you see it more than or ever. But I think
That's
with
one thing I
Jayden
got to
Daniels,
give Kyle. He changed the entire NFL in 2012. He changed what the
yeah.
quarterbacks look like, what they allowed quarterbacks to do in the league
Mhm.
completely. They
Yeah,
switched. Russell Wilson and them saw what was going on in DC and completely changed their offense halfway through the season. Same
yeah,
thing with
that's
the
a fact.
49ers with Kaepernick. Like you saw a lot of teams like, oh, we can do this now. It's okay.
Though, and if he didn't get hurt
You
in
got a
that
chance to win.
Seattle game, we might be talking about a chip in 2012 that we got. Because nobody had answers, Aaron.
They hadn't lost a game in what 8 weeks up until the Seattle game,
Though, I just
and they
want
was up
y'all to
14-0.
listen. Jayden Daniels is going to be the best thing that happened to Washington in a very long time. And I'm excited for the kid here. You're gonna see people that he's the real deal. And you're not, it's gonna be an afterthought. All the criticism and these people, all these narratives, these Drake made, that junk gonna go away in the wind quick.
What I'm hoping is he ends up in the division with the Giants, so people can see him twice a year for at least the 3 years that he going to have
Mhm.
under that rookie contract.
I hope so,
So people
dog.
can't
That would,
dismiss or sweep under the rug.
yeah,
Like you can contrast these guys right here in the same
mhm,
division twice a year every year.
yeah. Nah. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it. Um, yeah, but we've said it the entire. I've actually usually we go through all the positions. We look at all the players from O line to D tackles, all that. No, we focus solely on the quarterback because it's so important, dog. This is your franchise. Either you get this right or you don't get this right, dog. But this will set the tone for the next 10 years of your franchise, at least for this regime and this new coaching staff, this new ownership group. Like, you have to get this right. And from everything that I've seen, tape, film, interviews, everything, Jayden Daniels is the guy. No question. No question. Everybody else is B, a B. Jayden Daniels is the A plus. And that's just flat out what it is. Flat out what it is.
So if you
Any
if they take anything else at two, because teams have been calling asking to trade, which is more evidence pointing towards Jaden Daniels, and they're like, "Nah, we staying at two. We like what we got," which is the first sign of an adult in the room, because you know how obsessed Washington fans are with
with
trade
the
back for
trade
more
back,
draft
you
picks.
already know that's the first thing.
Like
We should
shut the
trade
hell up,
back. This is
shut the hell up. So like, they're staying in pat, which means they know who they want to take, or at least they know two of the guys that they want to take.
okay.
If they walk away with a guy not named Jaden Daniels tomorrow,
I'm dog. If it ain't Michael Penix or Joe Milton or something, they do. Listen, if they don't get Jayden Daniels, they're not serious about winning football games. It's all for show. It's about something else. That's what I would take from that. If they go in this joint and it's not Jayden Daniels, it's something else. It's not about football at that point, because everything football related says this guy is the best guy. Unless they got a tape of this Bama, like, you know what I'm saying, that's
touching children or
yeah, something
some Diddy type
egregious,
stuff.
which you got to come out before the draft, mind you. Like as a source story, this can't be something we knew about this and we hold this joint. No. If you don't get him, that whatever that story is, got to come out. Like we didn't pick this guy because of this, right? That's the only reason or rationale, sensible way that I could accept us not having Jayden Daniels. That's the only thing. But outside of that, he's the clear cut guy. Unless you only get other scenario, which you might not agree with, if these Bama's get like five first round picks or something crazy, like I mean, I'm talking about like the haul of a century, where it just don't even make no sense how much they got. I don't even know if a team got that to give, but it got to be something to where I'm like, they got 5 first round draft picks to give. Like it got to be one of them type of trade deals where I gotta like look at the joint just to see if it's real because I've never
Name your
seen
last 5
like
first round draft picks.
the last first
The last 5 first round draft picks for Washington. No,
that
you,
they
you
picked.
got. Let me help you. You got Emmanuel Forbes, right?
Okay.
The year before that, you had.
Hold on. This is Ron joint. This is Ron though. You
Let's go
got
to San Fran. They
okay.
drafted Trey Lance at 3,
Okay.
and they ended up lucky that Brock Purdy was in the 7th round. They didn't evaluate him and take him in the
They did.
second,
They
like
did.
they
Yeah,
knew
that
something
was luck.
that
That was
everybody
luck.
else didn't know.
But
It's luck.
they got what's his name? Bosa. That hit.
That's 4 years ago. But I'm
But
saying
still,
more. No, what I'm saying is like people overvalue these first round picks. You don't know until the draft is there. You know who's in the draft and what the ranking is, what the value of these picks are. If you saying Jayden Daniels is like that, and a team gets him, and they end up winning 7 games next year, and in 10 games, then the 12 games, those draft picks are going to be in the middle of the draft. So if you
okay.
saying you got generational quarterback talent in this draft at 1 and 2, guaranteed. Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels will be starters in the league. There's zero bust potential with those guys.
Okay, they got
You can't say zero. There's always some, but
yeah.
minimal bust potential at those 2 picks. You gonna roll the dice and hope. Who were the quarterbacks in last year's draft? C.J.
Yeah.
Stroud and what's the other boy?
Nah, you're not gonna roll the dice, dog.
If you
Overall,
know a guy here who's like that, take him.
yeah, you're
Like
right.
Adam, like Peters is saying. Like we say, nah, don't waste our time. We taking.
Mhm. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And the fans not gonna let you get away. Like you made them sit through a Ron Rivera year when you should have fired him right away. The fans sat through that. They sat through garbage Sam Howell. You can't trot out another,
A
what you call them,
stopgap.
like middleman stopgap quarterback and say, oh, we're going to get somebody. It's never going to be more excitement around the quarterback draft after this year. There's not going to be more excitement than what it is right now. And it's no
You don't
guarantee
think
you can
next
pick
year was
through.
Shador?
You know good and well, dog. If they don't like Jayden Daniels coming here, you know what they're going to say about Shador and Dion?
Yeah, you gotta get Jayden Daniels, dog. You gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of the quarterback
Get out
sweepstakes.
the basement.
This,
Yes. Just be done with it.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Figure out your tight end, figure out a big receiver, figure
Mhm.
out a backup linebacker, DBs. It's other O line. Worry
Yeah.
about the other stuff like a normal healthy team.
Mhm.
Just get the quarterback and be done with it for 10 years.
Okay. Good job, Washington. Good job. Follow us at OSS 980 Other Side of Sports. Subscribe to the channel. Come on, plug us around, dog. We the hottest show in town. We don't got the narratives and the bias and all this.
Never
Matter of
made up
fact,
a story.
we
Not
never made
one.
up a story. We always hit on the quarterback prospects. I think in the since 2015, I think we missed
We
on
got the best record.
one prospect,
Justin
dog.
Herbert.
That's it. We missed on Herbert. Everything else, we good. We good.
The guys we
Rock
said
with us.
shouldn't be on the first round draft board, Trubisky, Sam Darnold, when everybody
Zach
else was saying
Wilson.
something different.
Everybody said something different, dog. And then,
We said they're not even on the board. No, ain't nobody like this out there.
hey, Thursday we had the Bethesda Sports and Social. Come holler at us.
Bring your vest and the strap because they be busting out there, man.
Hey, dog, that joke better. Yeah, no, that joke. They gonna have the federales out there though. Don't worry.
I don't
You know
even.
the fed. You know they ain't gonna let that joke be unsafe, dog. They
It's
already.
already no. They already hit licks in the parking garage out there during the nighttime,
Do we need
and
to
we
pick
not
a new look?
relocating. No,
Nah.
I'm going anyway. Like Doughboy, man. I'm going anyway.
Oh, come holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Show your face, show love. We out there. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha, Wes, everybody who support Jeremy John, everybody who rock with us heavy. And we out.